Welcome back. Building confidence and a positive self-image, both important things to consider for young girls. Here to talk about what parents can do and some of the society pressures we're seeing right now is Dr. Alyssa Ramos-Chavez with Boys Town, South Florida. Dr. Ramos-Chavez, thanks for being here with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
I want to jump into those societal pressures. What are we seeing right now?
Social media can be extremely helpful when used in moderation, but when used in excess can influence women to restrict or engage in these excessive dieting and exercise behaviors, which leads them to have lower self-esteem, perceive their bodies negatively, or have this unhealthy view of food.
So what can parents do in a situation like that? Because I feel like so many times I talk to parents and they don't want social media for their kids, but it's hard when they have friends who are on it, you know, and they're seeing it in school and whatnot.
Parents can encourage mindful eating habits and balance everything in moderation and not try to focus on their appearance or help them understand that their worth is beyond their external validation and their appearance. Encourage them to love themselves and embrace their body image and encourage like self-expression, interest in their hobbies, and engaging in overall self-care.
I want to talk a little bit about food consumption because I know that's something that, you know, so many young girls are thinking about. What can we tell people about, you know, eating healthy but not making it unhealthy eating habits when it comes to food consumption?
When it moves over into like an eating disorder, it's usually a perfectionistic tendency. So I see it often in like athletes or dancers and cheerleaders where they try to look a certain way physically to have a higher agility and performance, which makes sense. But if they learn to not fear food, but embrace it and use it as food is fuel versus something to be feared and restricted.
What can parents look out for? What are some signs they can look out for?
Some signs that they can look out for is anxiety towards food, a change in their eating behaviors, such as like counting calories or restricting, saying that they've already eaten, weighing themselves excessively, engaging in excessive amounts of exercise, so like multiple hours per day, just to look a certain way, and this negative self-talk, like such as I shouldn't eat that, and then feeling guilt and shame afterwards.
And before we wrap up, I have a little girl at home. You know, you always want to make sure you're instilling positivity, and when it comes to, like you said, body image and emotional support and mental support. So how do we instill that self-respect in our young girls?
So I think that society often like puts a pressure on like appearance and their eating habits as far as like looking a certain way. It's important that parents encourage them to engage in their own self-care, like I said, and focus on loving themselves regardless of their appearance, and not tying their worth to eating behaviors or how they look and are perceived from their peers.
Dr. Ramos-Chavez, thanks so much for coming in and sharing these
so much for
important
having
tips
me.
with us. If you would like to watch this interview again and get some more information, you can head to our website, WPBF.com.